We will solve this quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. In order to use the quadratic formula, we must have the quadratic equation in standard form or set equal to 0. It's also a lot easier if we get rid of all these fractions. So to get rid of the fractions, let's multiply everything by the least common denominator of the fractions. And we will get 3z squared minus 9z is equal to negative 7. Then let's add 7 to both sides to get our polynomial in standard form or set equal to 0. So I'm going to have 3z squared minus 9z plus 7 is equal to 0. So what I did here was I added 7 to both sides to get 0 on the right-hand side of my quadratic equation. Now we'll use the quadratic formula to find our solutions. So I'm going to have x is equal to negative, whatever b is, which is 9, negative 9 in this case, plus or minus the square root of negative 9 squared, or b squared, minus 4 times my a times my c. Then I need to divide all of this by 2 times my a, which is a 3. Now, let's simplify this and see what we get. X is going to equal 9 plus or minus the square root of 81 minus 84. Then we have a 6 as our denominator. Next, let's simplify this and get x is equal to 9 plus or minus the square root of negative 3 divided by 6. From here, we have choices again. But we need to simplify this, and the easiest way would be to write this as separate fractions. So I'll have x is equal to 9 over 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 3. We can simplify to be the square root of 3i divided by 6. And if we reduce the fraction 9/6, we get x is equal to 3 halves plus or minus the square root of 3 over 6i.